Welcome to the Cooking with Friends program. Today we'll be talking about grilling. The objectives for this PowerPoint presentation today is learning the difference between grilling and barbecue, varieties of grilling methods, going to discuss a little bit about rubs, marinades, herbs, and spices, review some safety tips when you grill, and some tips for helping you grill out. Grilling versus barbecue. Grilling is a high heat with a short amount of cooking time. Barbecue is an indirect heat with a long cooking time. Something you would barbecue would maybe be a pork butt. Something you would grill would be hamburgers, hot dogs, and steaks. There are three types of grills: gas, charcoal, and wood. Gas grills are usually ready to go in 5 to 10 minutes. Charcoal takes a little bit longer because you have to wait for the charcoal briquettes to get lit and then heat up and turn to coals before you can start cooking. With wood, on the other hand, you can impart some flavor from your cooking method because of the wood you use. Either oak, hickory, pecan, or apple can add a distinct or a light flavor to whatever you're cooking. Now, regarding rubs, marinades, herbs, and spices. Rubs are a combination of spices. Marinades are usually liquid, and we'll be going into here in the next couple of slides more about rubs and marinades. Now, herbs are very simple. You can substitute 1 teaspoon of dried herbs for 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs. The reason for this conversion is that dried herbs have a much lower water content and therefore have much higher concentration of essential oils. These oils lead to a more pronounced flavor in a smaller volume of herbs. Spices are a great way to add flavor to your dish, plus when you use spices, you will use less or no salt, which helps with the sodium intake in your diet. Now on to seasoning your beef with rubs. Again, rubs are a combination of herbs, peppers, spices. Sometimes they're blended with oils or garlic to kind of make it into a paste. You want to pull your beef straight from the refrigerator, and you're going to literally rub your rub onto both sides of it. Rubs can be applied to the surface of the beef just before grilling or roasting, or can be put on several hours in advance and then refrigerated until cooking. Now on to marinades. Marinades is a highly seasoned liquid used to add flavor and tenderize less tender cuts of meat. One thing to remember when you're making marinades, if you're trying to tenderize a piece of meat, you need to have an ingredient in there that is an acidic. Something like lemon juice, yogurt, wine, vinegar are all natural tenderizing enzymes. And you need to allow for 1/4 to 1/2 cup of marinade for each 1 to 2 pounds of beef. Again, if you're going to be marinating your beef to try to tenderize it, you need to allow at least 6 hours for tenderization to take place. If you're just trying to flavor your meat, a marinade can be put on 15 minutes or as long as 2 hours. And the key is to remember when you're done using your marinade, it should be discarded. Now some tips to be safe when grilling. We want you to be sure that you're using a food thermometer to check the internal temperature of whatever food you're cooking to make sure that it is done properly. And you can do that by sticking it into the side of the meat, so you can get a more accurate reading. We always want you to follow the instructions that come with your grill. And then if you are using a charcoal grill, be sure that no one pours gasoline on your grill, and you're very cautious when you're using your lighter fluid. Again, you want to make sure that your grill is not set up where children or pets can have access to it so they don't play around it or accidentally knock it over. Don't grill in a garage or a closed area. Again, because of carbon monoxide poisoning, you want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, and the ideal is to be 10 feet away from your home or structure, just to make sure that nothing happens. And you always want to make sure that you're standing close by. You don't go in and start watching TV. Stay by your grill, making sure that if something happens, you can catch it right away and you know what's going on. Now some tips for grilling. The biggest tip we have here is from the Texas Beef Council, and they suggest you put your grilled grate on and let it get hot, and then take an onion and cut it in half, and use the cut side to scrub the hot surface of your grill grate. The moisture in the onion steams the surface clean, while the onion enzymes break down tough grilled on food. So it's a great and easy way to clean your grill grate. The other thing is the 4x4 rule. 400 degrees Fahrenheit is the desired temp to grill on. And what you can do is hold your hand 4 inches over the heat. Don't touch the grill grate. And if you can hold it there for 4 seconds, you're at a medium-high heat with temp, which is perfect for grilling. If you can only hold it there for a second or two, your fire is a little too hot, so you might have to let it die down a little bit. If you can hold your hand over it for more time, then your fire is too cold, so you'll need to figure out a way to get it a little bit warmer. Again, here are some great resources for you if you have more questions. The big one is the Texas Beef Council, which you can find their website at texasbeef.org. If you have any questions or just want some more information about grilling.